Here with Garrett Zacharias here down at Shangri-La II after, I'd say, a pretty successful Saturday here of winning the Super Stocks and then finishing third in the Modifieds. Garrett, talk us through what led to those finishes and why winning down here probably means so much to you, because I know this one's been one that you've been wanting to check off the box for quite some time, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, when I was, younger here, my dad used to run here, all my family, and they've won so many races here, and I could never race here because I was too young. And Evergreen Speedway opened this place up earlier in the year, and I put this on the calendar for all 5 events to come here and try to get a win. And man, we've been so close with the Super Stock, especially. We've been so close. Just had some stuff go wrong, some finishes that we could have been a little bit better on, but we finally conquered it today. It was a long race and long day, I should say. Super Stock race first off started 5th. Was just kind of biding our time there. Worked our way up to, I believe, 3rd there by like lap 5, and then there were a couple yellows that scattered through the race, and started on the outside pole to one restart with about 15 to go, and on the outside of the 15 car, drove around him on the outside for a few laps and cleared him, and after that it was clear sailing with the Super Stock, and we ended up getting our first one up here at Shangri-La II. And then well, at noon today, I didn't realize I was going to be in a modified, and my cousin Jimmy, my uncle Terry, and Tom Vitelli asked me at noon. They said, I registered you to run the extra car, and I ran it today, finished second in the heat race, led some laps in that. Started where did I start in that feature?
4th or 5th?
Started 4th in that feature, worked our way up to 2nd, and behind Jimmy, my cousin, which was pretty neat. Been wanting to race with him for a long time, and just having the opportunity to do it. We ended up 3rd in the race, just got passed by a guy there on the one of the last restarts, kind of holding our own there, and holding off some of the guys who've been doing it for years is amazing. My first ever time in a modified ever on a racetrack, and finishing 3rd, and having a heat win, a second, a win, and a feature win, and a 3rd, that's a pretty great day and weekend for me. I'm going to take this and work on for the next race in October.
What would you say is the difference between the Super Stock and the Modified there? A lot, or anything transfer? Or?
A lot. It's kind of funny. The Super Stock over the bumps here are pretty smooth. The B-Mod, you hit the bumps and it's so low to the ground. When you hit it, the whole steering comes out. Like it's rough hitting the bumps, but it was hard getting used to. But I know this track somewhat decent with being here with a Super Stock, and kind of drove it like that, and just got braver each time. And the B-Mod definitely sticks more with the tires are a little bit bigger and a little bit more horsepower and different rear ends and stuff than the Super Stocks. So it was an eventful day, but I'll take it as a successful day. Hopping in between both cars, and I'm amazed with how this day went.
Jimmy was saying in his post-race interview that you keep going into the corner until you see God and don't lift almost. Were you finding that almost your driving style for that, or?
Yeah, so with the Super Stock, you can't really do it driving in as hard enough because all the weight difference and everything. And well, those B-Mods, I mean, if you got a good car, you can really sail down in there, and you're really looking for Jesus. He's true about it. He's got plenty of wins around here, laps. I mean, I was just following him for a couple restarts when I got behind him, and that guy's just driving it down in there. And I learned a little bit. If I came back and did it again, we'd be a little bit better. But I'm proud of the effort.
So you looked pretty sporty for that. The first time up here running that, and for a second there, it almost looked like you were going to pass him off of a restart or so for a moment.
Yeah, the one restart started 3rd, got underneath Wilbur. I cleared him in the 1, and Jimmy missed the bottom a little bit. And if he sees this, he's probably going to say you didn't miss the bottom. But I came off a 2 there, and I was underneath his quarter panel a little bit, and I had to lift because I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't. You want to win, but Jimmy, he knows what he's doing, and I don't want to mess his deal up as well as he gave me the opportunity today. So, I'll take it. I wish it could have been 1-2, but 1-3 is great.
I would say that was pretty close to getting that 1-2 for you guys. Touching back to the Super Stock, at a moment there, you guys were 2x2, just 2 in front of you, and then your row was side by side. That looked a little hairy there for a minute.
Yeah, it felt like Daytona out there, man. We were I think 2-3 rows deep, double file for about 5-6 laps, and we nobody touched. There was a little rubbing, you'll get that, but
that's racing though.
Out of my perspective, it was clean. I didn't deal with any problems, and we made our way to the front.
Awesome. Well, so what are we thinking is going to be the next race after today?
As of right now, we might venture. We're going to be back here on the 18th or 19th of October. Actually, maybe a little different. A new car we're going to bring out. We're going to bring our Pro Late model out for that event.
Okay.
We got that. We didn't get it out at all this year. It's sitting in the garage, just sitting there. And I told Tommy, he used to run them out. My crew guy used to run them here weekly when they had them. when they opened up. But I said, you know what, let's get that thing fixed and come up here and try to get one with that as well. But probably going to bring the late model up here and then maybe the super stock. But my main focus for that race would probably be the late model.
Possibly modified if there's one floating around.
Yeah, if there's one, if Thomas wants to do it again, I wouldn't mind it. Terry and my uncle, they gave me the opportunity, so it's all up to them. I had no idea on this today. If they like how we did and if the car stayed clean and we ended up with a decent finish, might happen again. So we'll have to see in the future.
From what they were saying over the intercom, it was definitely a team effort. Like they were saying, you had to borrow tires from somebody else. It seemed like it was just a group effort from everybody really to get you in that modified today.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. So I took the tires off Nick Morridge's car that blew up in his heat race. He's won the last 2 races up here, and Thomas.
That's those 6.
The 6 car.
Okay.
Yeah. Thomas Vitale took the bought tires off of him, and he only had 10 laps on them. They were brand new, and we stuck them out for the feature and the heat race, and they worked, and it just came to life. And then a funny note on this, Jimmy's girlfriend Ashley was supposed to be. So my girlfriend was supposed to be on my radio, and she was supposed to be on Jimmy's, and she was on both of ours the whole race. She was talking to me and Jimmy throughout the whole feature, spotting for both of us. Don't know how she did it, but props to her and behind the radio.
I mean, when you guys are running, within 2-3 positions of each other, I would hope that's a little easier, maybe confusing at times, but yeah, it seems like you guys made it work in almost that 1-2.
Yeah. I wish we could end up second, but overall, great day. It was a team effort. It's great having a family here. I mean, all the kids, all Jimmy's kids. My cousin, I had all my family in the stands today. It was just a huge team effort, and I've been enjoying it. It's been fun the past couple weeks.
Awesome. So hopefully we'll see you back down here in October, and if not, good luck.
Yeah, thank you. First off, I want to get a shout out. I know I probably went over this, but I'd like to give a shout out to some of my sponsors. Crew Chief Tom Cornell and Craig Ward on the Super Stock, Tom Vitale, Terry Zacharias, and Jimmy Zacharias on the B-Mod. I got my sponsors, Dream Vacations with Keith Goodwin, Hotto Livestock, Jeff Kai's Auto Sales, Moose Racing Engines. If I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize, but
we'll do the fire suit a little bit.
Yeah, all my family, friends, girlfriend, everybody that helps out. It's just a team effort and family effort, and we're glad to be able to be at this stage of doing it.
Awesome. Anything else for you?
No, I'm gonna load up here, get through tech with the B-Mod, and probably go have a little bit of a party.
I'll say that trophy's probably going to sit well with the Oswego ones you got, right?
Yeah, man, for sure. I've had another tough year. Not really a tough year. We finished top 3 every race except for 2, and we had 2 DNFs. So I've had a great year with the Super Stock and then with the B-Mod as well with this show. So we're just going to keep plugging away. We got one more show, see if we can get it done.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.